guys, and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This is the Honda Brio, which is basically the Brio with the city's engine, and this car comes courtesy of Karan Malik to me. Straight away I'm going to be opening the engine bay. There's a whole process to do it because you can't do it from the inside. Firstly, I need to remove these clips. Why is the case like this here? Simply because this car's doors have been replaced. Even this hood has been replaced with fiberglass to reduce the weight of the vehicle. Only the driver's side door is proper because for safety reasons. Let's open this. Super light. Look at this. That is extremely light, crazy light, and that is the engine. This is actually Honda's twin cam engine, which came with the 5th generation of the Honda City. It has been tuned, a lot of mods here and there. You can see the performance air filter. There's a cold air intake as well. And let's just shut this. I'm not going to put the clips back at the moment. This paint shade is actually a BMW one, and it has the Mobilio front end right here. I mean, it definitely looks nice. There are clips over here. The clips have been done for obvious reasons so that the bumper does not fall out. This guy is super duper stiff. I don't even know what this is, but something or the other is there for sure, and some exposed bits here. So fit finish is not the best as such, but this car has been lowered quite a lot. Yes, it is very lowered. It's quite stiff. It's running on Lenso wheels. The tire size up front 195. The rest I don't understand. What is this 580? Meanwhile, it is a 15-incher obviously. And when you come to the rear, you realize that the rear doors don't open. Again, this is fiberglass. There's a small window here. This door does open though. And you obviously get the roll cage. The color of the roll cage is again from a Porsche car. So yes, that particular paint shade is a Porsche paint shade. You don't get anything here. Now, why does it say pull? This is actually for the fire extinguisher, which is not there here at the moment. No rear seats either. If you notice, the battery has been placed in the boot. Lot of exposed bits. Is there something inside here? No, this will... Oh my god, did I open? I should have not. Let's close this quickly. No door pads either, so weight reduction is the real deal right here. Tire size at the rear, again the same 195s. These Lenso wheels look really very cool. And when you come to the rear, you realize it has this carbon fiber sort of a spoiler. Sport Tech is where this car was actually modified. And from the rear, there's a towing hook, which is quite essential for this car, I feel. And it also gets a massive exhaust pipe. Yes, that's quite big. Well, that's what she said. Meanwhile, the typical Brio lights. This is again fiberglass. This is the Instagram account of the owner of the car. So you can spam him telling him to sell the car to me. Just kidding. Lot of space for nothing at all because things will obviously fly. This is again super duper light. It's supposed to be shut using, I mean right now I have just removed it, but it's supposed to shut here. It goes inside like this and then it shuts, but it's not easy to do with one hand, so I've actually done my own jugaad right now. Look at the lowering of this vehicle. It's quite freaking low. Anyways, it has this antenna. Radio is not there, but what's the use of this antenna? I have no clue whatsoever. Let's get inside. Firstly, this window, which is power assisted, is very much functional because the whole mechanism is lying there. Getting in and out is difficult because of the roll cage. Sports seats, sports seat belts, yeah, 6-point harness, not easy to buckle up, and a sporty steering wheel as well. It does not get a horn, so you're not going to be horny here. This is actually the horn, which does not work. Let's get inside. And it's some bit of an acrobat for me. You get these sportier pedals as well. Lot of exposed bits. Meanwhile, I think the AC does not work, or it does probably because AC controls are there, vents are there. This is the engine kill switch. And look at the amount of exposed bits. This handbrake simply does not work. Getting in is a bit of a task, and finally here we are. Now I need to actually turn on the car. So the key is right in my pocket. Meanwhile, you can see there is no sort of insulation right here, which is a bit of a problem because you can hear almost everything inside. I'll show that to you when we are driving the car. It's a little long crank to actually turn on the vehicle, and let's actually roll down the windows. So there it goes. Yeah, you can see the whole... Oh my god, my finger was inside. So here, let me shut this. You can see the window moving. That's kind of crazy how everything is so stripped out in this car. Let's rev it. It is loud, it is loud. Thankfully the wipers work. Roll cage, obviously the whole thing has been removed, that's the reason. Headroom is quite a lot here, and there's a functional tachometer, speedometer as well. Steering feels quite light. I didn't expect it to be that light. Anyways, let's start driving right away. Alright, let's start driving, which means turn off the engine kill switch, turn on the car. It has a very long crank. Handbrake does not work. Into first gear, and I'm not going to give it the beans right away because it has got... I don't think you can hear me, but it has got LSD, limited slip differential, because of which obviously This car cannot be hard launched, and my god, the ride is very bad. It's moving all over the place. The suspension travel is not there at all. Speed oil has quite a lot of it. Steering does feel light. It feels very agile, very nimble because it's like a go-kart in the way it drives. Very aggressive, yeah, it's absolutely aggressive. And look at the way it goes, there's so much grip, my god, it absolutely goes, but it bounces way too much. So the stock Honda Brio was powered by a 1.2 litre SONC petrol engine, the most hopeless engine ever from Honda, which still powers the Amaze, by the way. That engine produces 89 horsepower and 109 Newton meters of torque. That's absolutely nothing. This particular car produces a lot more because it has been tuned. Firstly, it has got a full custom exhaust. It's got a performance air filter, standalone ECU as well, and it has got limited slip differential too. Okay, the gearing has been shortened. This 1.5 litre engine is actually from the 5th generation Honda City, so it is a twin cam setup. Yes, a twin cam, a DOHC, because of which obviously it feels super amazing. And there's a speedometer, doesn't really work. In fact, okay, we can't do the brake test because it's on slick tires, so it will flat spot, and there is no ABS here obviously, and the mirror is moving all over the place, and now I can at least feel that the world is moving. Otherwise I thought that I've been like rocket launched because of the sound. It's too loud, it's too loud, it's too loud, and here we go. Yeah, it does not shift into second gear when you launch it aggressively because red line comes in at around 7,200 RPM, but it's actually the mid-range which is amazing. So 140 horsepower around that, 160 Newton meters is my guess. And when you corner it aggressively, the rear wheel lifts, the inside rear wheel also lifts. Handling is just amazing. It's like it's a go-kart. I kid you not, it's a go-kart. It's super aggressive, it's super sharp, and the problem is since there's no insulation, you can hear way too much inside. You can hear almost everything, and yeah, you can hear the small stones, the leaves, each and everything can be heard. The engine is way too loud. It's absolutely crazy loud, and the ride is pathetic. It's always bouncing. This is actually a track car. You should not be driven on the road because your whole body will move all over the place. It will make you feel extremely uncomfortable as well. So that's something you have to be very careful about. The bounce, oh my god, the bounce is absolutely insane. Yeah, it's crazy the way it bounces. When you launch it aggressively now, it will not slot into second gear. That's a bit of a problem because it has a limited slip differential. You can't really launch it aggressively, but if you do, it will wheel spin in equal measure on both the sides. Alright, here again into first gear, revving it, and listen to this. Okay, I'm going to launch it like really very hard. Doesn't slot into second. That's a bit of a problem. Shorter gearing here, and yet it will take a shift to third to reach 100 km per hour. 0 to 100 km per hour takes around 7.1 seconds, and the top speed, well, above 200 km per hour, but doesn't really feel stable at high speed because the suspension is way too stiff, and that stiff suspension doesn't really help its cause. Other than the stiff suspension, now the problem is that there's so much sound inside now, so you can obviously hear the wind and all that. Ground clearance is so low that I chose not to cross the speed breakers at all. Yeah, ground clearance is very, very, very low. Never slots into second. Absolutely never slots. So how does it stop? Well, braking performance is good. If you get hard onto the brakes, obviously it locks, and then flat spots the tires. My god, the ride is terrible. It is absolutely terrible, the ride quality, but it has got the big brake kit from the Integra R, because of which obviously braking performance is very, very, very strong. Absolutely crazy, yeah, the sound. It actually gives you a headache if you're not used to something this loud, because it's absolutely loud and absolutely bumpy as well. But this engine is super sweet. Honda should have offered the Brio with the City's engine at least as a limited edition model. Yeah, people would have loved it because this engine is just something else. I love this VTEC engine because there's obviously VTEC performance. Unfortunately though, look, people are always clicking pictures because they're so excited to see this car. Unfortunately, the VTEC does not kick in with the Brio stock engine, and that's a bit of a problem. Now because of the lightweight, this is like super duper light. Speedometer doesn't work only like, I am out of breath driving this car. It's fun, but trust me, it's a lot of effort, and the kind of vibration is crazy. It's so stiff. Oh god, let's go. Okay, now it has got track coilovers, so yeah, track spec coilovers as well, and then you can adjust the suspension manually. I'm stopping and talking because I don't know if you can hear me, but here we go. Second never slot, never slot. So guys, this is my vlog of the Honda Brio, the Brio with the city's engine. It's absolutely crazy the way it drives. It's super stiff. It corners very aggressively. Oh my god, the precision with which it corners, unbelievable. It's super duper awesome in everything, but I just can't tolerate the sound, which is way too loud. Am I growing old? Probably. If you like this vlog, make sure to give it a thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. In a world where almost everybody is getting a Polo and putting a bigger engine, this Brio is a breath of fresh air for sure, because it feels so different and unique, and definitely it's naturally aspirated, and nothing beats natural aspiration because the feel, the high driving nature, the mid-range is amazing, top end is good, but the mid-range is the best here, and I'm going to bounce all the way to the moon. So guys, if you like this vlog, make sure to give it a thumbs up, that's a like button, and also subscribe to the channel. There is no horn here, so people can't get horny when driving this car. I'll see you guys in the next video real soon. What a car, what an amazing car. You don't have to worry about carrying as much speed as you want around the corners, because it simply goes, it does not flinch at all. I just wish this, can you hear the tires? I just wish that the steering wheel was slightly better, offering more feel and feedback. Other than that, I can't complain much, because this is